Let's get to Katrina Nickel, who is also in Jeffersonville for us today, checking out the damage done on the interstate and in some neighborhoods.
Yeah, Katrina, tell us what you're seeing out there. I know Jeffersonville hit particularly hard and so many folks still without power.
Yes, we did see some crews out earlier working to restore some power. We saw some downed lines earlier, but we are over on Sundancer Drive, and the one good thing about this area that was hit is they had enough daylight to clean out the trees that were blocking roads, put them up in neat piles over here. The gentleman that lives up along this driveway came out and talked to us earlier and said despite all the trees on his property that were ripped down today, he's lucky because normally his pickup truck would be parked right there on the driveway where a tree fell, but luckily that was taken to the shop today. So thankfully no serious injuries have been reported here in Jeffersonville. Mayor Mike Moore said 10 people were hurt during the storms, but they appear to have non-life-threatening injuries. Damage across Jeffersonville included those down power lines, massive trees uprooted on the ground, a couple of those even falling on houses. It was hard to see the extent of the damage to those homes where trees fell just because the trees were still on the house. Now we're told some of the worst damage is around Brook Hollow Way and Boulder Court here in Jeffersonville. Certain areas around there were blocked off this evening with police patrolling the area. Only residents and immediate family will be allowed in the area as everyone gets a wrap up on cleanup, and that way they can prevent any crime that follows storms that cause damage like this, which proved to be, of course, a hefty cleanup job.
Then I heard a roar. I don't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. So I got up and looked out, and that trailer, that one was lifting up, and then that tree went down, and I ran down the basement.
When you look at the damage and the videos that are on the TV, it's a miracle. Somebody's life was not lost.
And of course, what captured a lot of people's attention today in Jeff were those semi-trucks that tipped over along I-265 and International Drive. Now, we were told 4 semis tipped over around the area from those high winds, and at least 1 car was trapped under the a semi. But tonight we learned from Mayor Mike Moore that person in the car is thankfully alive. And if anyone in Jeffersonville is in need of anything, Red Cross was here earlier today. They were wrapping up around 11 o'clock, but we'll be back in the morning, and they will be at the Jeffersonville Fire Station 4, which is over on 10th Street. And of course, it's going to be a long cleanup. As Richard had mentioned, it's cold over here too, so it'll make for a long day tomorrow. Live in Jeffersonville with photojournalist Zebony Petties, Katrina Nickel, WDRB News.
Thank you, Katrina. We turn now to